analysis, more often than not, the THC is half converted, meaning it's only half is delta-9 and the other half still is the acid. People don't keep it long enough or high enough temperature as the condiments take. Not answering my question.
How much would you put in, say, a 1-inch tray of brownies?
All of it.
I taste it.
I'm sure you know that cannabis can basically reproduce or synthesize a wide variety of terpenoids, triterpenoids, sesquiterpenoids. Have you done any research into that, the medicinal action of these aromatic oils? Because basically I've heard that there's a correlation between certain terpenoids that have, that they're pretty much essential oils that are produced by cannabis, that they aren't cannabinoids, but they have a very
Psychotropic effect?
They basically intensify the effects of the cannabinoids. So you don't get these terpenoids when you're baking with it, for example. You can't extract them.
I'll attempt to answer the question. The essential oils of cannabis have been banned as long as the plant. And there's good reason for that. They work. They're a useful form of aromatherapy. My master's degree was focused on how local anesthetics work in, we made model cell membranes, right? And we used nuclear magnetic resonance to see how the anesthetics affected the membrane. The structure of a terpene is such that it would fit into a nerve cell membrane, just bind into the fat and slow down those calcium channel transmissions. It would slow down the transmission of the nerve cell. It might even speed up another nerve cell. It depends on how it affects the membrane. But definitely terpenes have psychoactive effects. They're not binding receptors. They're working like general anesthetics on the central nervous system. My opinion, I have some data around this, but it's really based on what I call the bald and hairy prep. I made 2 oral preps with equal amounts of THC. One was virtually pure THC, the other had all the other terpenes and cannabinoids, all the other stuff in it. My body is my laboratory. The THC prep alone was boring. It gave me some pain relief, but it didn't give me the cannabis experience like the hairy prep did. That was the full cannabis experience. So it's not about THC. It's about the other cannabinoids affecting THC and how it binds the receptor, or the host of other aromatics and terpenes.
So in your opinion, what is the best way to preserve the entire resin profile of a particular plant? Like how would you extract that at home if you wanted to do something?
I'm into taking the plums from the tree. The plums being the trichomes. You're not extracting, removing the plums, putting those in baskets. You can throw the trunk, branches, leaves away. There's no real medicine there. I lied. There's flavonoids there, all kinds of phenolics, which are good things, but the cannabinoid medicine is in the plums. Right? If you remove those, they can be heated up. They don't melt. You can heat those to 200 degrees centigrade, then they start to go. You can get them pretty high, convert them, and then make that into an oral prep. Concentrate. There's a tincture of it.
I only ask this because when I make bubble, I notice that there's a big difference between basically dry sip with the same plant and bubble, because the terpenes, some of the terpenes are water soluble, while THC is not.
Yeah,
So
you lose water soluble terpenes in bubble. Yes, Christian.
I just have a question about the trichomes, the crystals, whatever one calls them. Now, do those contain most of the cannabinoids, or is it just THC crystals?
The terpenes contain all of the cannabinoids.
The trichomes.
The trichomes contain all the cannabinoids, yes. They're made in the trichome.
So other than the trichomes, there's no real active component in the plant?
THC, no, it's not in the plant. It's made in the trichome. I'm out of time.
Why do people who pour boiling water on cannabis claim they get some benefit? Would that be not happening because it's not water soluble?
You gotta put a bit of butter in your tea. Yeah, you gotta put some oil in there. If that's why you're pouring boiling water on, I put a bit of butter in there. And that'll solubilize the cannabinoids. You need fat. Cannabinoids love fat.
Think of like a chai tea? Cook it in milk like a chai tea?
Yeah, milk's 3% fat, so we'll go into the 3%.
Yeah, I was listening to the radio the other day on Chile FM, and it was on Saturday last week, and I missed the first part of what they were talking about. It's a science show, and they basically said that CBD counteracts THC. Do you know anything about that?
That's what I've been trying to say about cycloweed. CBD is necessary to counteract the psychotic effect of THC. It does that. I believe that, I hear that there's high concentrations of CBD in European cannabis. It's more common there than it is in North America. North America, we've rented out a station. I would love to get a profile from cannabis from Colombia in the early 1970s. Does anybody remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Was it different, or is it my brain damage?
It was.
About the Panama Red.
Yeah, it was exceptional cannabis, and I don't know whether it was high THC, whether there's a lot of CBD there, or I just don't know. But no one's been able to reproduce it that I found.
I got a quick question about sensimilia versus non-sensimilia. I have found, and this is just personal, I have no scientific backing in it, but I've found that seeded weed works better for my ligaments. Is there any rationale behind that, or is that all in my head?
What works better?
Seeded weed, like weed that has been gone to seed, it's been exposed to a male. And therefore it's no longer sensimilia. I find that has a positive effect on me.
I know there's a whole science around young seedling plants and their nutritional and medicinal value. I believe that once the plant has been impregnated, it feels a little better. And they produce, I really don't know, so I'm guessing and flashing around. Good question.
Okay, we got to end it here. Thank you so much.